What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? I'm about 5 minutes away from the crib. I really just want to go home and not step one foot out. I'm sorry about you and your girlfriend, Q. That's the feeling. By the way, tomorrow I may do another statistic of common sense late tomorrow night. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said before, everybody's driving me crazy, especially with me moving. And I'm just now, this whole weekend, I was just catching up on a lot of shit. What up, Blanca? What up, Ronnie? Expect that Bel Air season one retrospective this week. I'll most likely drop that maybe on Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure. What's good, Mike? Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be this. Originally, I was supposed to have done one next last week on an entirely different topic, but some shit had happened on Friday, and I kind of want to talk about it with y'all and shit like that. So I want to say the one I originally was going to talk about. The one I originally was going to talk about, I'm going to set up maybe for later on this month. And the new topic, I'm hopefully, if my schedule is good, hopefully, if my schedule is good, I don't get no bullshit, then I can do a late night stream tomorrow night. Because no lie, I have been tired like a motherfucker. Hell, I was even supposed to have been home literally 30 minutes ago, but I was seeing my mom and shit, and y'all know how that shit goes. Yeah, I'm sorry about your Uncle Mike. Yeah, oh, speaking of the New York City breakdown, I'm going to actually push that a couple of weeks because originally it was supposed to be late April. I was going to do this, but again, I'm still narrowing down some episodes, which I was supposed to have got that done last week, but shit happened. So that's going to be a little early May. I'm going to do that early May and shit like that. Honestly, I hate when shit just gets in the way of my fucking schedule. I'm not even going to hold y'all. Hold y'all. Cause I hate when last minute shit happens. Fuck this red light. I'm the fuck. So whenever last minute shit happens in my life, then my shit's always the one that gets fucking corrupted. Yo, what the fuck is going on with this TI shit? Honestly, I'm not. Maybe I should go back to rapping. I'm sorry. He's not a good stand up. And the fact that y'all really gassing this nigga up, making him seem like he's a stand up up and shit like that. Y'all need to stop. Y'all just need to stop. Oh my god, I really 2 more minutes away. Oh my god, 2 more minutes away. And honestly, T.I. haven't really made a very great album since Paper Trail. Like, don't get me wrong, the Showman album was cool, but Paper Trail, that was like his last really great record. And no, I didn't care for No Mercy. I didn't care for that fucking shit. No. My opinion, that was like his worst album, in my opinion. I'm so glad I don't have to wake up as early tomorrow. I'm about to pull to the crib right now. Give me like a couple of minutes. I'm about to go set this shit up at the crib. And then once I set up, then whenever Try gets on the air, then we can do this shit.
Okay, I'm back. Yo, what's good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one more quick thing for my car and I'm gonna start this shit.
Okay. It's good. Yes, I have played Max Payne. Definitely. That was a good game for PS2. Ain't care for the movie though, but the game is definitely a dope game. Congrats to Ashanti. Yeah, Ashanti got a Hollywood Walk of Fame, Hollywood star. You talking to Jalen? Oh yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to Jalen. A whole bunch of people should have a star in the Hollywood. I mean, I don't know. I don't. That's what people that care about that stuff. But there's a whole bunch of people that deserve it though. Cypress Hill for one. They versus is was it on Tuesday or something? Cypress Hill deserves a Hollywood star. Um, it's a lot of people, man. I don't know if Biggie got one or Tupac. They deserve it. T.I.'s bored. I mean, I don't. If he's bored, then he need to come out with some good musical ones because he hasn't had shit good in like 10 years. So if he's, I mean, comedy, I don't think comedy's his thing. You know, if he's bored, get back in the studio. You know, make some classical music again. I know he has a new single out with his son with Damani. He has a new song out with Damani. There's a whole bunch of people that deserve one though. Outcast. Do Outcast got a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame? Give Outcast one. They deserve it. Yeah, I saw the Outsiders movies. We'll talk about that next week.
As if the day cannot get any worse. Have to go get my tire changed tomorrow morning.
Oh man.
Because motherfuckers thinks it's cute just to leave nails on the fucking tire. I don't want to hear about this whole T.I. comedian bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about that stupid
He's
shit.
not even good at it though.
The fact that y'all calling him a stand-up comedian is a fucking joke.
It's a regular T.I. to me.
God.
I think they got one already.
You still what?
I don't know who got a Hollywood Walker film. Y'all gotta look that up. I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. I thought I was the only one that care about Hollywood.
Yeah,
Walker
like that means nothing. You know, they give out Hollywood Walk of Fame to anybody, so that don't mean shit.
I never care for that stupid shit. Yeah, why would I care for something that people have to walk on by every day and shit?
Right.
Fuck out my face.
You know, they got to walk around the block to see your star and shit.
Yeah, I mean, if I get it, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, that's cute, but that's as far as y'all get. Shit.
That don't mean you're a fucking Hall of Famer. That don't mean shit. It's just a star that they give out to anybody. A homeless bum in California, you get that.
Ah. Exactly. Okay, where are my speakers at? There you go. God, I hate this moving process. Shit. That's why I'm trying to get this fucking shit out the way tonight. God damn it. I'm not gonna do this now. Okay. Oh, somebody just fucked my ass, man. Shit. Pause.
Who's canceling Will Smith? I'm not canceling Will Smith.
But that's another thing. I'm sick and tired of that fucking shit.
We're not doing that. I mean, if y'all want to do that, that's cool. I'm not canceling Will Smith, so I don't care what they do.
Yeah, fuck that. Canceling Will Smith my ass. Who do you want to take his place? Michael B. Jordan? Get the fuck out of here.
We're not doing that. Canceling Will Smith.
Fuck that shit.
What the Oscars do is their business.
Fuck Michael B. Jordan.
It's a slap. He didn't kill nobody. It's a fucking slap. Like
fucking slap. Was it bad? Yes, but come on now.
I would have did the same shit. Fuck all that. You're not gonna talk shit about my wife and think you're gonna get away with it. So I applaud him for doing that shit. I just thought he should have did it after the show, not during the show. But I would have did the same fucking thing.
For real. He just fucking defended his wife. I don't get the fucking
exactly.
I don't get it, but white people.
Exactly. If Chris Rock stood there and he called Jada I'm about to say Jada Kiss, if he called Jada a hoe and Will Smith ain't do nothing, then what? Then he'd be wrong, right?
Right.
So props to him for defending his wife. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Will Smith. Sorry.
I just wish he just get special care. That's all I wish. Because mental health it's a real thing, but y'all motherfuckers, it's kind of funny how y'all motherfuckers talk calling Will Smith a bully, but y'all the same motherfuckers bullying him on social media. Make that make sense. But I don't want to talk about this topic because I've already expressed what I have to say. Exactly. But if I talk about this topic, it's going to get me more angrier, and I'm already trying to calm myself down.
You need to smoke, man. Get yourself a smoke right now. That's his best shit. Method Man first album is his best shit. Nah, I didn't see the new Sonic movie. Where you lost Reg?
Swear to God, this wife trying to get on my nerves. I swear.
Is I don't whether she's a hoe or not. That's still his wife. If he defending his wife, then props to him for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you should not let your wife be disrespected about it, regardless if she's a hoe.
Exactly. Kim Kardashian was somebody's wife at one point. Let's remember that. And she's the biggest hoe.
Pamela Anderson was somebody's wife at one point.
Exactly. And they made a damn series
Exactly.
out of the sex tape. So it don't matter whether she was a hoe or not. That's still somebody's wife.
Exactly. Oh, I thought this Wi-Fi was gonna piss me off, man. Shit. I'm just like, Wi-Fi, don't fuck with me today. Please don't. Please don't fuck with me today. By the way, look what I found. Their best album and shit.
You think that's their best album?
Hell yeah.
Did you? I thought you been had that though.
I did. I
Oh,
was
you just
unpacking. I was just like, oh shit. Some of Neptune's best work was on that shit too.
right.
You saw what?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting many albums here. Though.
Shit, I gotta see if I got all my albums on deck.
Many albums are gonna be forgotten on this list.
Shit, once we watch this Das Effect on Song 2. I don't want nobody bothering me tonight because I'm gonna cuss motherfuckers out.
I think DJ Timmy missing the whole point though, man. Whether she a hoe or not, that's not my business. That's their marriage. What go on in their marriage is their business. He defending his wife and he get my all of my respect. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Will Smith. We ain't canceling him over here.
Mind you, this is the nigga's first controversy, really.
Exactly. He's not Kanye. Kanye been how many
What?
times we talk about Kanye? Come on now.
Say, oh, Kanye needs help. So Kanye needs help, but Will Smith don't. All right. Well, no shit about some of that shit Kanye bought on himself.
Too invested in these people's lives, yo. This is why I keep my private life private. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about people's marriages and shit. That's their business.
And in fact, people are trying to come after Denzel Washington now and stuff like that. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm just like, y'all better leave Denzel alone. Y'all white people, I'm telling you.
Exactly. Go bother Tom Cruise. What, they got tired of Tom Cruise and Scientology and shit?
I can't stand motherfuckers. It's hypocrites. I just can't fucking stand, y'all. Like,
fucking getting closer to what? What we getting closer to?
You said what?
We are getting closer to what?
What the fuck is he talking?
I don't know what the hell y'all be saying, B. The Knicks should get rid of Randall. If the Knicks get rid of Randall, they better bring a superstar here.
See,
I'm not paying RJ Barrett 180 million to for us not to be in the playoffs. That's not happening. So if you get rid of Randall, you better bring a superstar here.
Give me 1 sec. I have one more album to look for and shit.
Yes, new Black Star album. Can't wait. That might be one of the best albums of the year.
Let's not. I don't know about all that. But we'll see.
It's not gonna be bad. When you got Madlib producing it, it's not gonna be bad.
You know,
that will definitely be a banger.
I just don't fuck with that Madlib nigga shit.
Well, I mean that'll be the debate. Who had the better verses on the album? But that's gonna be a banger. We waited way too long for a Black Star album for it to be whack.
Oh my God, it's just not happening today. I was actually surprised. So, are we gonna get detox now or what?
We might. I see Dre was in the studio. Well, Dre's always in the damn studio, and he never put out shit.
That's funny.
He's always in the studio. They had some picture of like Snoop Dogg leaking the track list to Detox.
I don't think that's the track list for Detox.
I'm like, come on, man. You know how many track listings he have for Detox?
Exactly.
He has many.
It's ads.
Just in that order. In that order, knee boy. In that order. The same way you put it. That's how I'm ranking it.
Ranking what?
The three G unit mixtapes. Right in that order. Dre in the studio with everybody. Never come out with shit. He was in the studio with Nas like 2 years ago when King's Disease dropped. We still waiting for that Dre track.
Shit.
I think he just be trolling the internet, yo. Like he don't put out shit.
That's why I hate moving shit, but hey, niggas don't understand. Now one of my albums is missing, and I needed that album. Grace. Fucking Jesus. What time is it?
Better lyricist. Freddie Gibbs is better than Currency.
Freddie Gibbs or Currency, or definitely Gibbs?
Yeah. But he had a heart attack like what, last year? He ain't coming out with shit, man. Dre just be trolling the internet. You're not coming out with shit. You're not in no rush to come out with shit. For what? If you're a billionaire, why would you be rushing to come out with music anyway? Fave Soul Tape, probably, if I could remember, maybe part two. It's been years since I heard those tapes.
Fucking understand now. My shit is missing. I'll be right back. I'm gonna look for this last album, man.
Okay.
Fuck this shit. I don't.
Favorite 50 Cent chorus? Um, Favorite 50 Cent chorus? Probably Ghetto Quran, that joint. It's one of my favorites. I don't have a guilty pleasure. It's whatever I like, that's what I like. You gotta ask Reg that. Future, I'm not a fan of Future. I ain't a fan of him either, Sam. Well, I love Ti. I mean, I know Ti was like early trap. I love Ti's first 6 albums. He was great. Fuck Ashanti, marry LMA, kill police. Do people dance anymore? I mean, I think I don't even see people dancing anymore. Really, it's either they doing some stupid video for TikTok or they twerking or whatever.
God fucking damn it, found it. Ugh. That's why I don't like motherfuckers looking through my shit, rearranging my like that, man. What y'all talking about? I heard Ashanti.
Fuck, marry or kill Ashanti, Khalees, and LMA. Who would you, you know?
Uh, Kill Ashanti. Um,
Oh my god.
maybe kill. Um, maybe marry LMA and fuck Khalees. I don't know. I don't know what happened to try right now. I'm out of check. Okay, he said he's restarting his computer. All right. Many men wish death and window shop are my favorite choruses he's done.
victim of circumstance. Our generals are fighting with each other, and we just got stuff. There's fractions now within the clip. They were forced to wrap up the joints that were that's face down. Then you start sliding down that
Yeah,
rabbit hole.
Wi-Fi issues. I was just having Wi-Fi issues not too long ago and shit. Like literally, I was supposed to start the shit earlier, but for one, I got a nail in my fucking tire. Almost misplaced one of my albums. Like, goddamn, like, fuck. This whole day has just been on some other bullshit. Like Sundays are usually my fucking days to relax and shit. I do apologize for the delay, y'all. I'm just going through right now, literally just going through. It's cool, Ronnie. I honestly I hate fucking and this is the one thing I hate about these motherfuckers who do these roadside assists and they fucking leave roll nails all over the fucking roads and shit. Like that's the bullshit right there.
Oh man.
Holding up the goddamn highway and shit, and now all of a sudden my shit got a fucking nail in my tire. Luckily, there's a pet boy like literally up the street. Luckily,
Crazy.
so these motherfuckers take that shit out, change my tire, charge me like $20 for that shit. I'm good. Like, but anyway, I'm ready to start whenever you are, cause
Let's go.
yeah, it's already about to be a whole fucking hour. I'm not trying to waste StreamYard minutes. What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Sunday night? The best night to watch us. Your boy Reg in the building. I'm a homeboy. Try with me.
What up?
So we are in 30 to 21. Wow. Wow. 30 to 21.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man. This list is getting interesting. I mean, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This whole episode might not be like a lot of surprise picks, but fuck it. We'll see where it goes and shit like that. Guess we can start off with number 30. My number 30 pick is a Southern hip hop group from Atlanta, of course. I mean, when they came out with this album, they pretty much people just thought that they couldn't top their sophomore album like that, but I consider this album to be like a mixture between their first and their second album, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Outkast with Aquemini. This is my number 30 pick. My personal opinion, their best album. In my personal opinion, it has the funkiness of Southern Playalistic
Right.
mixed with the introspectiveness of ATLians, but at the same time, it's something so fucking new and organic and whatnot that if I feel like they really just mastered their sound with this, you know what I'm saying? Like artistically, this is probably like their peak. Well, I'm not gonna say all that because Stankonia and the Speaker Box, I mean, they have their good moments as well too. So I'm not gonna say all that, but I think this has like the best amount of songs, like the art of storytelling, part one and part two. I mean, I'm more of a fan of the one was of Slick Rick, which was part one and stuff like that. I mean, I love that fucking beat. I loved Rosa Parks, which that got them some controversy because the real Rosa Parks actually sued Outkast and LaFace Records because of the fact that she felt that they misinterpreted her name and stuff like that. So it kind of went on. It didn't really get settled until 2005, which is ironic because Rosa Parks actually died October of that year too. So
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy as hell. Synthesizer with George Clinton. I love that one. West Savannah. That was speaking of speaker box. That was a outtake from Southern Playlist. Excuse me. That was a big boy, but it still fit the album well. But my favorite track, Spotty Yachty Dopalicious. That's my favorite shit off this whole fucking album. I love those horns, that pimp kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Fucking album. And I think this album got 5 mics in the source too, if I'm not mistaken. So that should tell y'all something and stuff. So Outkast, Aquemini, 98. Oh, and this album to me, it got them more love like in the East Coast. Cause they had like Raekwon on the Scuba on the Barbie, which that was like a big song from New York at that time too. So
Facts. That's a great album though. I love
very
it. Number 30, we talked about this album a couple months ago, last year sometime. One of the most important solo albums to me. And I think this artist is still his best solo album. He has many albums after this, but this one is still his best solo album. Great production, great features. 1997, Wyclef, The Carnival,
Oh wow.
his only classic. His only classic album. Let's not get it twisted. Not Masquerade, not that other fucking Carnival 2 bullshit and all that stuff he had. His only classic and a very important album to Haitian culture and to the Fuji's legacy. And it was great. You know, you got songs like Guantanamera, and you got songs like Going to November and Anything Can Happen, Jaspora, Bubble Goose, We're Trying to Stay Alive, classic solo album.
Definitely a classic album, man. I wasn't expecting that album to be that high up on the list, low key, to be real with you.
Well, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite rap solo albums, and that to me is his classic. And I have some of his other albums, but they're not fucking with Carnival.
Got you. Understandable. All right. I'm not knocking you because I do love that album. I'm just not a fan of Wyclef the person, but
You're not a fan of nobody.
I mean, am I really though?
You don't like Talib. You don't like Wyclef.
Like I said, I'm not a fan of them as a people. I mean, Talib, he was good up until.
Don't let Talib hear you say that.
What? Oh, what he's gonna do? Talk shit about me on social media? Right.
Oh,
Should be worried about his sexual abuse case. But anyway,
man.
we're going to stay in the South for right now and stuff like that. And we're going to get to 1994. This Houston MC pretty much dropped one of the impactful albums in hip hop history. It's Scarface with the Diary. Love this album. This album came out, excuse me, October 18th of that year. I'm not even going to hold you. I love Mr. Scarface is back. And I love the World Is Yours album. But I kind of feel like he really came into his own with this album, in my personal
Right.
And mind you, this album got 5 mics, and not just the source, but in double XL2.
Mm-hmm.
So from the few rap albums I got perfect ratings and shit.
Right.
So when it came to this album right here, he pretty much was just stepping his pen game up. I mean, he definitely was getting into some more like topical issues, more like King of the Dead Body with Ice Cube and Devin the Dude, where he was talking about how the media would love to point their fingers on hip hop, pointing the finger on hip hop for like all the crimes that's going on and shit like that.
Right.
Love the video too was very cinematic. This is around the time when he had Afro Ice Cube and shit, which obviously my favorite look, in my opinion, and shit. I don't give a fuck. Going Down, I love that track. I Seen a Man Die. I think that's probably my favorite track off this whole album. I'm not even gonna hold you. Mind Playing Tricks 94. His own version of Mind Playing Tricks, which little trivia, the original Mind Playing Tricks was originally a Scarface solo joint. But yeah, that version, you can't really find that version and shit like that. Because like you can tell because Bushwick Bill, his verse was originally Scarface's verse. Just to let y'all know. I think Willie D wrote his own verse and shit too. So yeah, man, this whole album like was very dark as fuck like that. You know what I'm saying? I love the usage of the synths and the definitely the bass lines and shit too. I've seen a lot of people say this like the southern equivalent to Illmatic, which I disagree heavily. To me, I feel like both albums kind of have definitely very, very different vibes and shit like that. This was more like whenever I think about this album, it's more mental illness, because Scarface was definitely into like depression, because he was going through a lot of that shit too. So,
Man,
and that's not a knock against Illmatic and shit too, but the Diary, Scarface, '94. Oh, and don't get the chopped and screwed version of this album. Never.
all right, another album we reviewed last year on my channel, a very important album for after 9/11, and they mentioned they had a lot of 9/11 influence on this album, this double album, and production was great. And I think it's an underrated double album. 2003 Dipset Diplomatic Immunity Volume 1, classic double album. Joel Santana was the star of this album, in my opinion. And you had joints like Dipset Anthem and Who Am I, and What's Really Hood, and just a classic all around album. The production from the Heat Makers and Just Blaze. Cam did his thing on here. Jim Jones did his thing on here early. Jim Jones, before he went solo. Just 5 mic classic.
Yeah, man, love that fucking album, shit, man. Definitely a very, very, very influential album when it comes to like the East Coast hip hop and stuff too, especially around the early 2000s.
Yeah.
All right. We had number 28. Ah, yes. Okay. So one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time, which I'm gonna say a lot other times and stuff, but hey, it's Ice Cube, Death Certificate. This came out in 1991. I could easily put either America's Most Wanted or Death Certificate in either place because both albums were just so close in quality with one another and whatnot that I just can't put those far away and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this album to me was legitly one of probably the most controversial hip hop album next to Niggas for Life when it came to 1991 and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that with this album was that just like when like I mentioned before with Scarface, when I said Mr. Scarface is back, he still didn't really come into his own to maybe the Diary. It's like with this album, like America's Most Wanted, I love the album, but this album it's not like he didn't come into his own. It's not like he just came to his own. He forced y'all to look at him just as Ice Cube, not just from NWA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like this whole album was just so heavy, from '91. You know what I'm saying? Like this was right after he did the Boys in the Hood. Around this time he was working with Yo-Yo's Make Way for the Motherlode, Del the Funky Homo Sapiens. I Wish My Brother George Was Here, which is a very underrated album and stuff. A West Coast alternative hip hop artist does not get its love. It always gets overshadowed by Dilated Peoples. But hey, so yeah, this whole album is split up into two sides. You have like the Death side, which is like the gangster kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Life side, which I consider the Life side the more political shit. The Death side, it has the Wrong Nigga to Fuck With. Arguably the best way to start off any Ice Cube album and shit like that. Steady Mobbin', love that track. Giving Up the Nappy Dugout, you know what I'm saying? Alive on Arrival. But then once you get to the Life side, it still has its hardcore-ness, but it has a lot of conscious tracks too, like True to the Game. Well, he was talking about sellout rappers, Coons, Uncle Toms, you know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley and shit like that. Colorblind, one of my favorite podcasts in hip hop history.
Mm-hmm.
Got Deadly Threat, Cam, which I want to say that was Cam's first appearance on Wax 2. The Mad Circle, Dub C and the Mad Circle to be with that, King T, and JD and whatnot. You have, and of course, I can't talk about this album without talking about, in my opinion, the greatest diss track in history, No Vaseline. when he just dismantled NWA to the filth. You know what I'm saying? Um, love this fucking album. In my opinion, there's another version. They re-released a version where it has a couple of extra tracks, like trying to maintain good cop, mad cop. Which
Right.
honestly, I really wish you would have picked some unreleased tracks from Destick. I hate when motherfuckers re-release certain albums and then they add new tracks that they recorded like months before and shit like that. I'm just like, come on. The Good Cop, Bad Cop, I like that song. Don't get me wrong, but save that for your own album and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give us that I Am the West bullshit. You know, fuck that.
Oh my God.
That Don Mega shit. Like, get back with Sir Jinx. Get back with fucking hell. Get back with the Bomber Squad too, man. Like, get with some West Coast producers. Like, just give us a vintage Cube album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that was the first Cube album I ever listened to, was Death Certificate.
Oh wow, really?
Yes, that's definitely a classic. But that didn't make my list. This made my list. Ice Cube, The Predator, 1992.
Ooh,
This is my favorite Ice Cube album of all time.
yes.
Production by DJ Pooh and DJ Muggs, Sir Jinx, and we had joints like Wicked, which is one of my favorite tracks. It Was a Good Day, classic, all time favorite Cuba song. Check Yourself with Das Effects. I love the remix. Was great with the message sample. You know what I'm saying? And you know everything on this album was classic, man. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely, like I said, like this, Death Certificate, America's Most Wanted, Leland Injection. Those are my favorite Ice Cube albums all time. Everything else after '96 did not care for, but this is definitely a 5 mic classic.
Yeah, man. And I think that's his most successful album too.
Yeah, even the album cover is iconic with him in the pipe. That's
Yeah,
supposed to be B Real's pipe he was smoking.
I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely tight around that time too. Shit. Okay. Next album. We're gonna go to 1988. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much one of my all-time favorite albums that really set the stage when it came to sampling and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it's EPMD, Strictly Business. Um, I mean, I talk about that album so many times. This is the true beginning of G Funk, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of West Coast heads might get mad at me and shit like that. I know Disrespect to Dre, Cole 187, Muggs, Ant Banks, but a lot of those fucking funk samples, these motherfuckers were using that shit first
Right.
and stuff like that. I feel like they don't really get they never got their just due and stuff like that. They never really got their just due, and it kind of pains me. But hey, um, I love songs like Your Customer, Love That Beat, Let the Funk Flow. It's My Thing. I'm Housing, the original Jane. I liked everything. The Steve Martin was cool
Mm.
for an '80s kind of weird way, but I could see that with Young MC doing some shit like that. But it's not a bad song. It's just it didn't really fit the album. I'm gonna be real.
Right.
And I love Steve Martin too. But hey, but yeah, man, very very dope album. I had another copy of this, but I actually gave it away on some real shit. But hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful I got it.
Yes. Classic album. 27. Love this album from 2005. One of my favorite hip hop albums of the 2000s. This group is underrated, and I think this is their sophomore album was their best album compared to their first one and the last one. Little Brother, The Minstrel Show, a
Yeah.
5 mic classic. You had joints like Loving It, with his first single with Joe Scudder, and Beautiful Morning, and Not Enough, Say It Again. Fonte is one of the best lyricists that nobody mentions.
I agree.
Definitely, he's versatile. He can rap. He can sing. He's in more than one group. A lot of people don't know about the group he had with Nicolay. Foreign Exchange, and he's done many great song music with that group and with Little Brother and his solo stuff. And Big Pooh, You know, his mixtapes was great. Definitely, I would love to hear a real Little Brother album again with Ninth Wonder, not that shit that they gave us a couple years ago and Ninth wasn't a part of it, and you know what I'm saying, they tried to, you know, give us all these excuses of why he wasn't a part of it. Give us a real Little Brother album again with Ninth Wonder production or Crisis production, and I think they would kill it. And that's definitely a 5 Mile classic.
Yeah, man. Even though I did like the recent album they came out with, Ninth Wonders, Presence was sorely missing shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather listen to those albums than that album besides anything after Minstrel Show before that one.
Right.
Especially the ones without Ninth and stuff, definitely. But next motherfucker I want to talk about is shit like that, you know, this Run DMC with their self-titled album. This came out in 1984. It's a very good album and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? One thing I liked about this album was just how dense and stripped down the production was, especially for 84, because this album, I always say, like 79 to 83 was like the old school hip hop, the Bond, Bang era, and then these motherfuckers came out dressed in all black, rocking the Adidas and shit like that, added the whole b-boy feel to it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, definitely fuck with this shit right here. I love songs like It's Like That. That's a fucking hip hop classic. Hard Times, Rock Box, which unpopular opinion, I kind of like Rock Box over Walk This Way and stuff like that in terms of the whole rock rap feel. Because I never hear nobody mention Rock Box like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that to me, that's when they're at their best, when they doing the rock rap thing fusion.
Boys, it's a fast everything. Like, come on, they were just going in on that song. Like, I like Walk This Way, but I'm so burnt out from that version. If anything, the Aerosmith version I can still listen to on occasion, but it's just that they overplay that shit every fucking time. But yeah, man. Sucker MCs itself, another influential track, like one of the first precursors when it comes to the whole battle rap diss track ordeal. Very dope album and whatnot. I know I recently made a post about Run DMC, just giving my thoughts because I like Run DMC. Don't get me wrong. It's just that they had a bit more disappointing albums than
they have.
Cough, Down with the King, Crown Warrior. Not King of Hell, even King of Rock. I did not care for King of Rock. I don't give a fuck. That Unsung is pretty good so far. I can't wait to talk about this.
Okay.
But speaking of Unsung, that motherfucker did not reach back to me again. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
But he hit me up at some point. That interview is going to happen, though.
Yeah,
it will happen because he wants to come on and tell his side of things. And if it don't happen on your channel, I will definitely have it on my channel. But it is going to happen. PM Dawn, we are doing an interview with PM Dawn. It is going to happen. He wants to come on. He saw what we had to say about the Unsung. So if not this week, then next week we will have PM Dawn doing an interview with them. So shout out to PM Dawn.
Yeah, I just want to let you know and shit like that. I just want to let you know because I did try to reach back to him.
He told me to call him. So whenever
I called him yesterday. He was busy with some friends. That's the thing.
Okay.
And at first I called him twice yesterday. I called him once 9 in the morning. Talk about it's too early for me and shit like that. Then I waited. I called him like close to like 5 o'clock yesterday. Talking about he was with some friends, some Friday the 13th kind of shit. I mean,
well, it is the weekend. Maybe he's just more available on the weekday. You know, so
all I'm just saying,
interview is coming.
Yeah, all I'm just saying, if motherfuckers lying on me, I will stop everything and talk to the motherfucker if I want to get my truth out. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I don't even care for PM Dawn like that. Like I told y'all. Shit.
Right. PM Dawn interview is coming, so stay tuned for that.
It's coming. It's better me than Vlad. Shit.
Number.
Oh man. Okay.
Right.
So shit. Okay.
Number 26, a super group that to me, again, first album was great. Second album, not so much, but in the wake of the whole East Coast, West Coast, turmoil, they formed this group, and I've seen them in concert, and they killed it in Brooklyn. 1996, West Side Connection, Bow Down,
Bow
classic
down.
album.
Yes.
Gangsters Make the World Go Round, Bow
Woo!
Down, King of the Hill, All the Critics in New York, classics, man. G Funk at his finest. This is the Ice Cube I want to hear again. This is the last great Ice Cube project with Dub C and Mac 10. Awesome, man. I love it, man. And they're like so dope to see in concert. They killed it, man. Definitely Five My Classic. Must know this fucking album, man. This is an important album to East Coast West Coast beef. If it wasn't for that beef, we probably wouldn't have gotten this album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was phenomenal. I fuck with it, and I love Ice Cube. So
I love that album cover too.
yeah, just they faces. That's it. They ain't need to show no what they wearing or nothing. They just Ice grilling the album cover.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's another album I don't mind getting a remaster. I hope they get remastered soon and shit. But okay, now this next couple, these are where we get. I'm getting y'all get up for the top 20 and shit. You know what I'm saying? I get y'all get up, man. Whew, this next album. It pains me that this group is kind of getting forgotten about in hip hop because in this whole streaming era or whatever,
Right.
their music has not really been in streaming like that, minus maybe 2 albums. And when I think about this album, man, this album pretty much redefined what people thought about hip hop sampling and shit. They didn't want to be called hippies, but it's De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. Oh my fucking god! One of the best albums in hip hop history, and an album that gets forgotten about too, when it came to motherfuckers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, especially with this whole streaming shit and stuff like that too, because it's just like if you're not in streaming, you're forgotten about and stuff too. Because I've seen a lot of hip hop artists like Tribe and NWA, they get like a new life when it comes streaming. But De La Soul, and mind you, they were sampling a lot of shit with this album. Like this album and Paul's Boutique, which I'm gonna say my thoughts on Paul's Boutique. Spoiler alert, that's in the top 20. Spoiler alert. But they redefined sampling a lot. Like these motherfuckers like sampling like some Johnny Cash kind of shit, Steely Dan. Why motherfucker was still using the whole James Brown, Lee Dorsey samples and stuff like that. And again, they were using P-Funk samples too.
Right.
They were using P-Funk samples. But yeah. But my only gripe with this album, looking back now, what I considered groundbreaking, revolutionary, could also be a downfall too, because there were some tracks where they just sample just to sample shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not as cohesive as one might think. But again, this was still when hip hop was really getting used to what sample clearances and everything was and shit like that. But to the music, I love songs like Plug Tuning, the legendary Me, Myself, and I, Potholes in My Lawn, which this version I got the 2001 version where it had that on and the Plug Tuning, the original 12-inch version. The Buddy with Jungle Boys and Q-Tip. Personally, I kind of prefer the Buddy remix, the Native Tongues remix, because that's iconic. But hey, this is a very dope album. Is it my favorite Daylight album? No, but this is actually their most influential to date. And get this shit on streaming, please.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. But hey, I got the physicals, like first 4 albums on physical, so it's just I just want other motherfuckers to really appreciate their music and shit, you know, because when people think this whole backpack rap, this whole Kanye backpack rap,
Nutty rap.
I consider De La Soul like the godfather, the innovators of that whole kind of shit. Even though I hate using that term backpack or except I don't like I'm not gonna say nerd rap because I don't know people right shit. All these fucking names and shit.
Stupid.
Oh, stop.
All right. This next double album got me my first 1K vid on my channel. We discussed this album 2 years ago, 1997, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Art of War. Classic album. I think Busy Bone and Crazy Bone were the stars of this album, especially Crazy Bone with his interludes, you know, and his solo joints. It's All Real and Hard Times interlude, the Blaze It interlude. You Ain't Bone, Busy Bone, kill that track. Evil Paradise. Thug Love with Pac. Pac destroyed that classic collab. You know, this is the production by DJ Unique was great. My favorite Bone Thugs album, definitely a 5 mic classic, and a double album that doesn't get enough respect like Life After Death and Wu-Tang Forever, but it's definitely fucking with any of those albums on any day. It's definitely a classic, man. And I love the album cover. They were definitely ready for war, taking shots at 3-6 Mafia and Crucial Conflict. Classic album.
Player, hater, hear me. Oh, I was bumping that Hate Nation yesterday.
Lazy Bone killed that track. I loved his verse on that.
Oh, I like that a little bit better than E99. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, E99, I love that too. But Art of War is my favorite. That is my favorite Bone Thugs album. So don't ask me what's your favorite Bone Thugs album. I just told you, it's Art of War.
For real. It's just that they were just so artistically in debt around that time. You know what I'm saying? So, shoot. Now, number 24? Yeah. Whew. Again, this is another album I kind of hit myself why this is not in my top 20. I don't give a fuck. I think the title just explains it all.
Anniversary today, too.
Yeah.
Classic.
Fear for Black Planet by Public Enemy. Oh my god, where do I even begin with this album? I mean, first of all, the title is just dope. Fear for Black Planet, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that title. It reminds me of like there was a movie, a fucking movie where you ever seen that movie Sorry to Bother You?
No, it's on Netflix though.
Yeah. It has like a lot of meaning. Like I say, when I hear a title like that, it just definitely has like a lot of meaning towards it and shit too, you know. But this was actually their third studio album. Originally, I feel like this album was supposed to have came out in '89 or some shit like that. But I know it got kind of pushed back because of the what's his name, Professor Griff, when he made those anti-Semitic remarks and whatever. Even though most of the shit he was right. But anyway, so yeah, this whole album was just so ahead of its time. I consider this the hip hop equivalent to Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation 1814 and stuff like that. Definitely brought like a lot of like political awakening into hip hop. Like It Takes a Nation was good. But Fear for Black Planet proved that they could definitely stay, and they can definitely just rearrange themselves when it came to the hip hop shit.
Right.
I mean, brothers got to work it out. Come on, man! Like just that fucking Prince sample and stuff like that. I love that shit. Welcome to the Terror Dome possibly made my favorite track off that album, which that might be a substance change. I mean, that track has so much fucking meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? Burn, Hollywood Burn with Cube and Big Daddy Kane. I mean, if we didn't have that track, we might have not have had America's Most Wanted and shit.
Right.
Hell, I kind of wish Kane did more Bomb Squad production and shit like that, honestly, too. But hey. But there's two songs I fucking love. B-Side of Wins Again and Polly Want a Cracker. I love those fucking tracks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, definitely my favorite album. Well, either this one, Takes a Nation, or Apocalypse 91 are my favorites. We'll just
Any
leave
of
that.
those could have been on the
Hell,
list.
throw in Music in Our Message too. Throw in that
Great
one.
album. He got game soundtrack.
Hell yeah. Yo, Your Bum Rusher show was good, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't call it great in my opinion. It was like their most influential album. You know.
All right. 24, another double album. This album came out on my birthday. I did a video about the 25th anniversary. Shout out the 80s and 90s and 2000s Vibes podcast. Go follow them on Instagram and YouTube. 25th anniversary, Notorious B.I.G., Life After Death.
Notorious.
Phenomenal album. Production by the Hitman and Havoc and RZA. Primo with Kick in the Door and 10 Crack Commandments. RZA did Long Kiss Goodnight. Havoc Last Days. KG did Missing You. Love this album. It was phenomenal. More Money, More Problems with Mace. He killed it. I Got a Story to Tell, one of the best storytelling rap songs ever. Love that track. You know what I'm saying? Notorious Thugs with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Just talked about Bone Thugs. Classic collab. Phenomenal double album. Rest in peace, Notorious B.I.G.
You're gonna laugh, but that's actually my next pick.
That's your next one? Great minds think alike. That's all I can say.
For real. Because I was just thinking to myself, damn, I'm going to talk about Life After Death right after this. Damn. Okay.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. But hey, believe it or not, this is actually the first hip hop album I actually bought with my own money. Actually.
Oh shit. All right.
But unfortunately, I got the fucking clean version, the single disc version, because Stupid Puffy, when he did the clean version, they took certain tracks off, which that pissed me the fuck off. Right. So I ended up getting this version years later and stuff like that. And yeah, don't get the clean version, because with the clean version they took out Somebody's Got to Die. They took out Last Day, What's Beef.
They took off a whole bunch of all the best songs.
Niggas Bleed, I Got a Story to Tell.
And they kept Play Hater, but they got rid of all of those songs.
Now hold on, wait a minute. Let's not go there. Let's not go there with Play Hater.
Are you serious?
I love that song. Fuck that.
They got rid of I Got a Story to Tell, but he kept Play Hater. Okay.
Shit. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time because Tribe pretty much said what I had to say. But this was a very dope album. Biggie was definitely coming into his own and shit like that with this one. Like he started something new, like with this one. Like I feel like this was the peak of mafioso rap too.
Yes.
It's like how was Mafia now with the Shiny Suit era and shit like that. So yeah, definitely a dope album.
Number 23, the album that saved Def Jam, and I saw this man in concert in 1994. He came to New York City, Madison Square Garden, and he killed shit. He told Suge Knight, "Fuck you, I'm going to Def Jam." Warren G, Regulate the G-Funk Ever, a 5 mic classic, underrated. Nobody fucking talks about this album. Why is that? Warren G told Suge Knight, "Fuck you, don't sign me to Def Row. I'm going to Def Jam, and I'm gonna save that label." And he still did his thing. And then he had no help from Dr. Dre whatsoever. All the production done by him, his own artists, Neb Love and Josh Skills, the Twins, classic. Dove Shack on here, classic album. Regulate the G-Funk Ever. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. Best hook man ever. Do You See, one of my favorite joints. This DJ, classic album. 5 mic classic. Shout out to Warren G.
Yeah, very, very, very dope album. My number 22, this motherfucker pretty much was going through a lot of shit in 96. He pretty much went by different aliases or different moniker, pretty much, you know. It's Tupac, aka Machiavelli, with the 7 Day Theory. His best album on Death Row Records.
You having an orgasm right now, yo.
His best album on Death Row Records, in my personal opinion.
Really? Over All Eyes on Me? Oh wow.
I'm gonna get into All Eyes on Me next week. I'm gonna get into that next week. But
okay.
Yeah. Which, spoiler alert, that's damn, I forgot that shit. Okay.
Definitely. Definitely.
I mean, that y'all should know that album's gonna be in the top 20 regardless.
Of course. That's definitely making my top 20. For sure.
Yeah, but the thing I like about how this album was how raw and passionate he was, you know, with this one. Like I felt like this was the album he always wanted to make on Death Row Records.
Right.
And stuff. I mean, I love All Eyes on Me, but let's be real. I'm gonna be real. That album was rushed as fuck and shit like that, which I'll explain that in a minute, like next week. But with this one, it was originally supposed to be a mixtape, but they made it into an album around the time he died.
Mixtape.
You know, I'm gonna cause some controversy, but I love Hail Mary, but I hate the Outlaws in Hail Mary. I felt like they did not need the Outlaws and shit. To Live and Die in LA, I love that track.
Yes.
Me and My Girlfriend, which you know, everyone knows that track. You know, Tony Braxton did a cover of that. Jay-Z pretty much sampled that track. Ironically, my favorite tracks, my two favorite tracks are Crazy and Just Like Daddy and shit. Those are my two favorite
Just Like
tracks.
Daddy. Outlaws killed that joint.
That's one of the few songs they did their thing.
They did their thing. White Man's World. That's one of my favorite tracks on there.
Come with me on Saturday.
Bomb First. That might be the best. I don't want to say no. That's one of the best tracks to start off any album because I do love Ambitions as a Rider too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Bomb First was bananas.
Yeah, Bomb First and Against All Laws were his best diss tracks.
Yeah.
And shit, but hey, y'all know the story with this album. Must have in your collection.
Yes.
Tim said overrated album.
That was the last album I bought on cassette ever.
Really?
After 96. That was the last album I bought on cassette. Then I just switched completely to CDs and vinyl. But yeah. Number 21. We at number 22.
22. Yeah.
Number 22. And a group that's having a versus this week against Onyx, and they're gonna bust Onyx ass. I'm sorry, Onyx, but I am a heavy Cypress Hill fan.
I'm not picking.
I love this album. If I gotta pick, I'm picking Cypress. They discography is deeper, and I love this album. One of my favorites from 1993, Black Sunday, a classic album.
Ooh.
I want to get high, so high. Love that song. Another great song to start off an album. Insane in the Membrane, Hits from the Bong, Cock the Hammer, phenomenal album. The production by Muggs, A1 production. Be Real killed it on every song. Sen Dog did his thing. You know, and this album was like, like they were on Lollapalooza tour. They were, you know, their fan base is like broader now. You know what I'm saying? You got like the rock kids bumping this album. That's how huge it was for hip hop at that time. And they did the Woodstock. I believe they did Woodstock also for this album. Phenomenal album, man. It was great. This is still my favorite Cypress Hill album. I love it. Temples of Boom was great. If I'm picking one, I'm picking Black Sunday. Phenomenal album.
Yes. Honestly, I like that album, but I don't think I would say that's my favorite Cypress album. I know the fan base loved that album. It was Insane in the Brain. But I still got their first and even Temples of Boom over that one. And I might be the odd nigga. I don't give a fuck. But hey.
Onyx is great, but I'm going with Cypress.
Shit. So what would you pick? Temples of the Boom or All We Got Is Us, though?
Temples of Boom.
Yes. I got All We Got Is Us.
When it comes to the first album, I'm picking Back the Fuck Up over the first album.
Okay,
Back the Fuck Up is great.
I was bumping Back the Fuck Up earlier, man. Like,
yeah,
I definitely got that over the first Cypress album. I'm not gonna give in about that.
When it comes to the third album, I love Shut 'Em Down, but Temples of Boom, man, that's like the ultimate album to play on Halloween. Like
that's
you know what I'm saying?
Album, though,
yeah. And then they still get their fourth album was great. Onyx's fourth album wasn't good. y'all remember Onyx's fourth album?
Honestly, I consider Sticky Fingers debut their fourth album.
But they ain't on it though. Fun C ain't
I'm just That's how much I hate Back the Fuck Up too.
Well, I'll give Sticky that round because Kirk Jones, that album was better than Smoke and Mirrors. So, but Cypress discography is better than Onyx discography. So, I'm going with Cypress.
Gotcha. All right. So we got the last one, 21.
Yeah. Yep.
So this was the album I was trying to look for because I'm just like, I cannot do this video without showing this album. So usually when I think of the 21, I want to have a good album I can really segue into the top 20 with. I thought long and hard about this and shit like that. And besides thinking about my own dick, and when I say long and hard, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop. Excuse me. I came to the conclusion that this album to me is the best way to really break into the top 20. Nas's It Was Written. Mind you, the European version I got.
Right.
Fucking Silent Murder.
I don't have that version.
I'm just man. But anyway, let me stop. So I think recently we can just say this album kind of got more of like a rejuvenated popularity in recent years.
Right.
I mean, no, don't get because it's kind of tricky. This is his best-selling album to date, but it's his best-selling album at the same time. Hip hop heads, they don't really care for this album like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like they care for it, but they feel like it was too commercial.
At least he wasn't singing on it, so he left that to Lauryn Hill and Casey and JoJo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not yet. He wasn't singing.
Nas ain't doing that. He is not singing.
I mean, Nas did sing "Give Me Yours," but that was dope, though. I loved how he was singing.
but I'm talking about like fucking singing, like Drake singing. He's not Drake.
Oh God, please, no.
He's not doing that. He's never doing that.
Never. But yeah, where were we? But yeah, this is our album. It was written. It's a mafioso classic. I feel like this album to me, it solidifies Nas's place in hip hop. I'm going to be real with y'all in that one because I love Illmatic. I'm not going to say a bad thing about Illmatic, but I'm his fan base. He didn't understand. He had more songs, more albums, as impactful as maybe not as impactful, but still as impactful to the game. This album to me was
Stillmatic was impactful, definitely.
Stillmatic too was impactful and shit like that. Hell, if you want to go recent, Life Is Good too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, when it came to this album, it's just that he definitely everything was just so in tune. The production, the lyrics, his conceptually, this is his best album conceptually. I even love the back cover of this. You know, I even love that shit. If there was one gripe, I would say I wish the R. Kelly remix of Street Dreams was on this one.
Right.
I like the original version, but to me, the R. Kelly remix and the Pete Rock remix was the best remixes and shit. Yes, Pete Rock did a remix of Street Dreams too. I Gave You Power, my favorite song off this whole album. Black Girl Lost. I mean, oh my God,
crazy.
Something Jada Pinkett should listen to. Watch Them Niggas. Okay, I told you I was like a Will Smith joke, but okay. Watch Them Niggas, which is a track a lot of motherfuckers surprisingly hate. I don't understand that.
Why?
For real.
How could you hate that? Foxy Brown on the chorus. How could you hate that?
Watch them niggas that be close to you and make sure you do what they supposed to do because you know they be thinking about smoking you. Yep. Never personal.
Nowadays it's the
game. That beat had like a West Coast G-funkish kind of beat to it.
Yeah.
The only bad track I used to like this track when I was growing up is Nas Is Coming. I felt like
not one of my favorite Dre beats, but
yeah, it took too long for Nas to start like Nas is coming.
Yeah,
Nas is. I used to fuck with that track, but then I was just like, God damn, can Nas just start?
Yeah, I played it a couple times, but I would skip over it when I play the album. You know,
Nas is coming. But yeah, to me, conceptually, his best album.
All right, number 21. This album Might be the only album that to make both the rap and R&B lists when we do that in June. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation Lauryn Hill,
Ooh,
phenomenal album, her classic album, her only album. You know what I'm saying? X Factor, Lost Ones, When It Hurts So Bad, Final Hour, one of my favorite joints. And she was both rapping and singing on here and producing. She did it all by herself with no help from Wyclef. You know, I don't know how many people know about this, but RZA was supposed to be producing on this album, and
yeah.
that never happened. But imagine if we had Lauryn Hill with the RZA on this album, it would have been crazy.
They go do that Bobby Digital shit.
Right. And I love Bobby Digital, but he missed a great opportunity to produce on this album. But Lauren did everything on this album by herself, and she gave us a classic. And this album might be on the R&B list as well. It's
That's already on my
phenomenal.
own list, man.
I love it. I love it. And who could do it but Lauren? Only Lauren could do shit like that. So shout out to Lauren Hill.
Definitely. And that concludes our list. Top 20 is going to be next week.
Are we doing 20 to 11 or
20 to 11.
20 to 11, and then the top 10 after that? That's it.
Yeah. And so the surprise before we get to the top 10, let's do like a top Hype Williams videos.
Uh-huh.
Let's
Okay.
do one good hip hop list before the top 10.
Yes. When are we doing that?
I'm gonna let you know, but that's gonna
Okay.
be before the top 10. So
We recording that, or we just going live with that?
Okay, for this time, maybe we can go live with that one for this time. But I don't know exactly what day, because for one, I gotta figure out my work schedule and everything like that. But more than likely, if we do the Hype Williams, probably just after the 20 to 11. But I'll let y'all know ahead of time.
20 to 11, and then top 10 is the last week.
Yes.
That's it. That's it. After that, you have to wait till June for the R&B list, and that's going to be only 100 top 100 R&B albums all time.
Oh, not June. It's gonna be a little later than June.
Oh, later. Okay, so sometime in the summer.
July or August.
July. Okay, top 100 R&B albums in July. That list is gonna be even shorter. This was 150, and I feel like it was short.
Honestly, I feel like this list right here it's gonna be probably more easier than the R&B list, because the R&B list to me is going.
No, this is not easy at all. Like if we did 200, it would have been easier. 150, there's a lot of albums I left off of this list, but 100, that's gonna be even tougher to do.
Oh, it's gonna be 150 R&B albums.
Oh, 150? I thought it was 100. You said.
No, 100 is gonna be the rock albums.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be easier to do. That'll be easier.
Rock album is gonna be probably next year. I'm not in the rush to do rock.
150 R&B albums. Okay.
It could be
So I gotta add 50.
hip hop, soul, funk, soul. As long as motherfuckers singing, if the album is mostly hip hop and shit, if it's mostly rappers rapping and shit like that, I'm probably not gonna qualify it unless it's
But
like
if it's a hybrid, like Lauryn Hill and Andre, they can make
Lauryn
the
Hill,
list.
yeah. Andre Love Below. I mean, you can put that in if you want. I won't get mad about that.
Right.
That's
Yes, Sam. She will be on here. I know you anxiously can't wait.
Oh damn! I forgot Mother's Day was next week. Shit.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be on Mother's Day, but she will be on here around that time. So.
Oh shit! Mother's Day is next month. Oh, okay.
It's coming up quick, yo. So
yeah, man.
Before you know, it'll be in June.
By the way, Mike said he went out. He's gonna come back later on tonight to do the Bel Air shit.
Okay. Better vocalist, Anderson .Paak or Bruno Mars? Bruno Mars, definitely.
Yeah, I might have to go with Bruno.
Which is Hype Williams' most underrated video? We ain't talking about it yet.
Shout out to Aisha, by the way.
Favorite Aaron Carter song? I don't listen to Aaron Carter.
Bro, don't be coming up here, Aaron Carter on the hip hop video, yo. What the fuck wrong with y'all? God damn it, yo. We just got done talking about some Biggie and some Public Enemy. Y'all talking about Aaron Carter, nigga? Come on now. Shit, y'all better go to fucking needle drop for that bullshit.
Right?
And I say this because I'm joking. And I don't want to hear about that Jussie Smollett. Thank you, God. Nigga, please. Thank you, God. Jussie Smollett.
Better vocalist, Marvin Gaye or Philip Bailey? Marvin Gaye.
Marvin. Shout out to my cousin that got engaged.
Okay.
Case said I got a checking account in my savings account right now for my Mother's Day gift.
Okay. That's what's up.
Ronnie said 50 before he got shot or after he got shot.
After.
Lyrically before, artistically after.
Fave Case album, Personal Conversation. That was my favorite one.
Is that the first one or the second one?
And that's the second one that came out.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with the first one. The first one had Touch Me, Tease Me, right? Yeah. I'm not the biggest Case fan, so that's why forgive me if I'm slow right now.
What pop star you never cared for? The Spice Girls. The Spice Girls, don't care for them. Aaron Carter, don't care for them.
Basically, any boy band group besides the Backstreet Boys to me.
So I don't like them either.
Well, see, I like the Backstreet Boys because they were a boy band before boy band really became popular and shit. That's why I like them. And them motherfuckers can actually sing.
You know, we had groups like New Kids on the Block and 98 Degrees, right?
Yeah. I'm saying that, but I'm talking about the second wave of boy band because when I talk about the first wave, it was just like New Edition, New Kids, Menudo, all that shit. You know, I'm talking about. You said what? You said what? I fucked the name again, didn't I?
Menudo.
That's what I said.
Menudo.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't say that. Wow.
I'm sorry, man. Fuck.
Favorite Joe album? What's the name of that? All the Things I Am or something like that.
All That I Am.
All That I Am. That one is my favorite one.
Yeah, that one slaps.
Favorite 60s soul artists of all time?
60s soul artists. Ooh, I got
Marvin
this.
Gaye.
Marvin, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Isaac Hayes. Shit. Aretha Franklin, of course. Otis Redding. Shit, that's on top of my James Brown. Yes, that's on top of my head. I got a question for y'all. Favorite 70s soul album? Ugh.
I'm going with What's Going On.
Okay.
Ray Charles.
Yes, he's another one.
Yeah, my dear.
The greatest R&B album ever.
Isaac Hayes, how about his soul?
Yeah, I said Isaac.
Oh.
How Hot Buttered Soul. Ooh. Well, I've been watching Simpsons like all fucking week, man. What's going on? And Parliament Mothership Connection. Ooh, yes. Parliament Funkadelic.
Eminem, Smack That, or Ass Like That? Neither. I don't like none of those songs. Both of them were bad.
Yeah, the ass fetish that time. Shit.
He had something. What do you think about the Trouble Man album?
Honestly, I like the Trouble Man album and whatnot. I just wasn't raised too much on it, but I liked it.
Marvin Gaye or T.I.? Which one?
Oh, Marvin. Dude.
The Marvin? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the T.I. album.
That's where T.I. got it from.
Yeah. I don't know why. It didn't sound like it.
I mean, the album was good, but it wasn't Marvin good, of course.
You know, it wasn't even T.I. good.
Hey, I gotta show you this white girl on Instagram after I get off and shit. I think this white girl likes me and shit.
Oh man.
And she's my new barber and shit, low-key.
She a white girl doing your hair?
Well, technically she's mixed, but her skin is white.
Oh.
But
she's bring her on the show. Let's see what she think about her music taste. What's her? What she like to listen to? Avril Lavigne and shit.
Okay. Nah,
Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, okay.
She a hood like chick, yo.
Oh, so she like fucking trap and all that.
Yeah, like trap and shit.
These white girls, man.
She a hood white chick, like.
Wow.
She a fat ass. I ain't gonna fuck. I ain't gonna fuck, yeah. That's fat as fuck, but.
The Game documentary 2 or 2.5? 2.5 I like.
I'm gonna have to go 2.5 for the slight.
Yep.
Ah, Jesus, I'm drunk tripping. Do I think documentary 2 is a classic? I mean, not yet. I mean, it's a good album, but I won't call it a classic. Y'all be killing me with classic shit sometimes. Killing me with that classic shit. This nigga asked me, is Conway's new album a classic? Like,
already?
Yeah, like I tell you. It's like what is up with this generation and his idealistic hurry for everything to be a classic? I never understood that.
Now you talking about the Future joint?
Oh, Dirty Sprite. Oh, hell no, that ain't no. It's a good album, ain't no classic. Fuck that. I know motherfucker want to call it a trap classic a couple years down the line, but fuck Future. And don't nobody ask me to do no feature reviews and shit, because I gotta pay me top dollar for that shit. Top dollar. I'm gonna stay on for another 4 more minutes and shit. Yeah, I know the new edition Culture Tour is coming to an end. Just give me.
I'm definitely not doing that shit.
You said what?
No Future, not for me. No,
I'm not gonna bring Try to that shit.
No,
it's certain artists I would bring Try to, but not Future.
No. Top 3 new edition albums. Any Heartbreak, Candy Girl, and Home Again.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with that order too.
Where was you at when we were recording in the bathroom? What the hell is that?
It's a lyric from it's a Drake and Future song.
Oh. Low End Theory or Midnight Marauders?
Yo, we
Both of them are classic. If I'm picking one, I'm picking Low End Theory.
Yeah,
that has one of the best posse cuts on there with Scenario.
Yeah, Low End Theory is beautiful. gonna tell myself this one time. This is the last time I'm organizing these CDs again.
Do you like Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson? Yeah, that was a good song.
Love that song.
Yeah.
Honestly, if there was one song by them, I would definitely vibe to on a regular. Ooh, baby, baby, and shit. That's my shit.
The debut from New Edition was Candy Girl, Ronnie. The self-titled is the second album.
Must be a bad connection. Oh, I just can't take it anymore.
Black Street or Another Level. That's another hard one. I love both of those albums.
I'm gonna have to go with the first Blackstreet album. We'll see.
I'm going with another one.
We'll see if they'll be able to top this.
It's gonna be good. I don't think they're gonna top it. It's gonna be a good album though. It's gonna be hard to top the first one. It's always gonna be hard to top that one. But who knows? They might. With Madlib, anything is possible.
That is true.
So I'm looking forward to it. 70s Donna. Oh, definitely 70s Donna. She made her best albums in the 70s.
Yeah, 70s.
I don't like nothing from 80s except for She Works Hard for the Money. That's it. I don't like nothing else from her in the 80s.
Hey, yo, Memphis Bleak or Big Noid?
Big Noid. Though he's a better rapper. High Tech is dope, but Madlib is on a run. So I think they made the right choice of getting Madlib for this album. You know, the stuff he's done just with Freddie Gibbs alone has been crazy. And to lock him up for this album, and then he still has other albums that's not even out yet. He still did a whole album with West Side Gun that's not out. He still did an album with Mac Miller that's not out. Worst Memphis Bleak album? I don't even know, man. I don't know. I'll probably anything after 534.
Wasn't that the last album he dropped, 534?
On Rockefeller, but he had like other shit after Rockefeller. Pusha and Madlib have an album? I didn't hear about that. Favorite 8 Ball and MJG album?
On the Outside Looking In, my nigga.
Yeah, the first one was great. Definitely. That Bad Boy shit was their worst one though. That Living Legends album was terrible.
We don't consider that. No. We don't consider that.
Weekend. I saw the Weekend video.
Thoughts on the new? Oh, that Push and Ho song was dope. I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
Come on, man.
It was dope.
They're overrating that whole Jay-Z verse. Like, we heard better from Jaden. That wasn't his best verse.
I mean, are you even surprised at this point? Anything Jay-Z does.
You know who we called out on that song though, right?
Birdman. Allegedly.
No, he called out Faison Love.
Oh, that's why everybody is talking about Faison and Jay-Z.
Yes, because Faison said he didn't really he's a fake drug dealer.
Faison, you haven't done shit since the Parenthood, so
yeah.
Come on now.
Top 3 Weekend albums. Starboy, Beauty Beyond the Madness, After Hours. It was great. Favorite Wale album. I like the second one, Ambition, on MMG. Attention Deficit was great. That was like his best indie album, but as far as like the MMG stuff, I think Ambition is his best project on there.
Interesting.
Favorite Beanie Siegel album, The Becoming.
Yeah, they're coming all the way.
Definitely a great album. The Truth was great too.
Start spreading the news.
House of Balloons is great. Well, I didn't count the mixtape albums. I didn't count House of Balloons and Thursday and Echoes of Silence. I only counted like the retail albums.
Damn. Oh, shit, I got so much to pack. God damn it.
Better vocalist, Charlie Wilson or Stevie Wonder? Stevie.
Stevie, nigga.
Favorite Four Top songs.
Catfish, Ask the Lonely. Maybe I Need Your Lovin'. Yeah. I was just jamming the Four Tops today too. So.
Yeah. My Girl.
Oh, that's Temps.
I always get them mixed up. The Temps and the Four Tops. And I think I'm more of a Temps fan than the Four Tops. They were okay. I wasn't like a huge Four Tops.
I mean, I was more of a Temps fan than Four Tops too. But at the same time, I feel like Levi is one of the best Motown singers. But everyone always want to talk about David Ruffin.
Well, he was the star of the group.
He ain't no damn star.
Summer Nights on 1999,
1999, boy.
That was my introduction to Joey Badass when Waves came out. So, and he had production with MF Doom was on that, Lord Finesse.
Yes.
Classic mixtape. Before the Ass or American Badass. I actually like American Badass more than Before the Ass.
Before the Ass was cool, but it was one of those Good Kid, Mad City-esque kind of albums that a lot of motherfuckers trying to copy that shit.
American Badass was like his socially, politically conscious album.
Yes.
He took a different sound with that album.
I love that. I love American Badass. I'm gonna end up the video right here because I got a lot of unpacking and then gotta get ready for this Bel Air retrospective. But I have a few announcements I gotta make. You know how we always do. So this tomorrow we are going to have another double review, and it's from one of the greatest MCs in my personal opinion. He was a teenage rapper, writing, producing, rapping, man. The great Special Ed. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert, this is actually my favorite album, but I hate this fucking album cover. Like, look at me, I'm legal.
Right.
But yeah, and this album also has my favorite Special Ed song, which I want to keep that under the wraps, because I'm going to surprise a lot of motherfuckers when I tell them this. But
right.
I cannot wait to like my Special Ed though. Then what else? Next week, the week of the 17th, we're going to do the Alchemist battle breakdown and shit. So just send me your list at least by tomorrow so I can send mine. Yeah. All right. Well, you said you already did your list, right?
It's almost finished.
What? Try's not finished with the Battle of the Bangers list? Will be
what? I tell you. Well, actually, I got two lists though. I tell you, it's like 40 songs. I'm gonna be like choosing from, because it's like I gotta play. Well, I think his best shit is like the shit he's doing now with Griselda and with Freddie Gibbs and with Currency, and I want to play those shits more than the older stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? But he have too much stuff, so it can't just be 20. Like, I have to pick 40 songs at least.
So you say we might have to do like a fucking.
I'm saying no. I'm just saying, like, I'm picking like 20 out of the 40, and then whatever's left over, that'll be part of the bonus tracks or whatever.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But I got to mix it up because it can't just be the Prodigy shit though. You know, like he did a whole bunch of shit for Prodigy and Mob and Dilated Peoples and Gangrene, and it's too much stuff from Alchemist.
Understandable.
Even 40 is not enough. It would have to be like 80. And he had his own solo joints, you know, the Step Brother shit with him and Evidence, and You know what I'm saying? All the instrumental shits he was doing. So, but I picked 40, but I'm just gonna choose like from that list, like what to play. You know what I
Well,
mean?
like I
So
said,
at any given moment, it could be anything. You could get a missile from Violated Peoples. You get a missile from, some shit he did for Big Noid. It could be anything.
yeah, man. Like I said,
I'm not
okay.
I'm not gonna limit it. It's just gonna be whatever I'm feeling that day is. That's what's gonna go.
Yeah, just take your time with it because I don't even know what I'm gonna put on my list either. To be real with you, because I thought the Pete Rock was hard as fuck, But
Yeah,
hey,
and even with that was hard to pick. You know what I'm saying? Because I left like a lot of joints that I could have played from that.
definitely.
Playoff predictions, Brooklyn all the way. That's my prediction. Brooklyn and it's gonna be the Nets against Golden State or the Nets against Phoenix in the finals. So I'm picking Phoenix and Brooklyn. That's my playoff predictions. I ain't rolling all the team. And my Knicks is not in it this year, so I'm picking Brooklyn to win it.
Alrighty. After
Don't
that,
say I'm gonna win, Sam. You don't know that. You gotta judge these battles fair, even if you got a favorite, because you
right.
never know. You know what I'm saying? There were a couple battles that I felt like I lost early on.
Shit.
John Dixon, shout out to you. You got the Bucks and Suns. I heard somebody say that before too. If it's the Bucks and Suns, I'm picking Phoenix this year. I think 1 year later they got experience. They know what it is to play in the finals. Devin Booker is a superstar. He might be the MVP for that finals if it happens. Look, a question for Reg. What do you think of Talib's collab albums?
You talking about the one with Madlib, like Liberation?
Yes, that was great. That
I
was a great
love
album.
I love that one.
Yes.
The one with Ninth Wonder.
I like that one too.
It was cool from Ninth's. Ninth's beats was kind of, and I like Ninth Wonder. It was like it wasn't some of his best work. I was,
but he's done that even with like the albums he done with Buckshot, and I love shout out to Buckshot and the whole boot camp. But even with those albums, I don't feel like he gave Buckshot his best beats with those albums either. They were dope, but it wasn't like you see like the beats he gave Smith and Wesson for the All. That was great. Yeah, that's a great album. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like this collab, like the stuff he did with Murs, those albums were great.
Don't even get me started.
You know what I'm saying? But like the Formula, and I got the Formula. Formula might be like my favorite collab album with him and Buckshot. The Solution, I didn't like a lot of those beats on there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's hit and miss when it comes to collab albums. You know what I'm saying? But the shit he did with Sean Price on Jesus Christ Superstar was great.
I love that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I think about the collab albums, and also
Diamond album was dope. I like that one.
Which one? The Diamond D album?
The album with Talib and Diamond.
I didn't hear that. Yeah, I heard people say it was good.
Yeah, that came out last year. That was a good album.
Gotcha. All right. Also, I was going to say one more thing. Like I said, so Mike told you. Oh, yeah, I told you that the Outsiders review is going to be next week. Yeah, I was just about to watch that movie too. I was just like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah. I saw it last night again for like in years. So
yeah. All right. So Bel Air's this week. I talked about Bel Air. I think I talked about everything.
Giannis is great, but can he do it again? And he still had help. It's not like he did it by himself.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I want to definitely try to do another Sadistic versus Common Sense tomorrow night, late night stream. Because I want to talk about a topic that it was some crazy shit that happened to me on Friday. And I want people's opinions about it and shit like that. So that's why I'm trying to get all this unpacking done tonight. Literally all this unpacking done tonight and shit like that. So that way I would have to do a lot of shit. Because this shit was supposed to have been done, but fuck it. Other than that, appreciate this bro as usual.
Fave Poltergeist movie. The first one was the best one.
Yeah, I only care for the first one.
First one was the best one.
Yeah. Other than that, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I gotta save my minutes.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.